Immigration and deportations. Let's go to the charts because they certainly tell a story. We have roughly 10 million undocumented immigrants in the United States. Now, as far as totals are concerned, roughly half of them come from Latin America, Mexico being at 4 million, and rounding out with Central America, the Caribbean, and South America. The other half come from regions such as Asia, Europe, Canada, Middle East, and Africa. Now, as far as the undocumented Hispanic immigrant population breakdown, roughly 75% are Hispanic to 25% non-Hispanic in the United States. As far as their country of origin, it's topped out with Mexico around 64%, followed by El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. This is the total undocumented population by state. Texas, California, Florida, Illinois, and New York in that order have the most undocumented immigrants, and roughly half of the illegal immigrant population for each state represents essential work. This is a breakdown of those essential jobs, both by female and male occupations: maids and housekeeping, cleaners, cooks, janitors, cashiers, other agricultural workers. Again, 50% across the board for both sexes. And finally, as far as deportations are concerned, this list spans from 2003 to 2024. And what you'll notice here is that in the Bush administration, we had roughly, let's say, 225,000 deportations a year. In the Obama administration, that ticked up to closer to 325,000 deportations a year. But if we look a little closer here, what happened in 2008? We had the great financial crisis, and that didn't just affect the United States. It was a global financial crisis. Maybe that's what prompted the exodus from many of these countries to come to the United States and find a better life. The numbers then tapered down towards the end of the Obama administration to about 200,000, where they level off for Trump's first term, and then it dips from about 200,000 to 50,000 at the start of the Biden administration. Now, towards the end of the Biden administration, we go back up to 250,000. But as far as where we tapered off, from 200K down to 50K, what happened then? Well, that was 2020. The COVID pandemic. So it looks like historically, our run rate for deportations has been right around the 200,000 level. As far as 2025 is concerned, during Trump's term, they have reported 140,000 deportations thus far, putting us on pace for about 300,000 deportations should we continue at this rate. Now, there has been a lot of talk of, hey, everyone that I see that's getting deported tends to be Hispanic. Well, the numbers show that the majority of the undocumented immigrants here are Hispanic, and that makes a lot of sense. Those are primarily our neighbors. But we do have roughly 40% coming over from Asia. So that's something to keep in mind. As far as what the media portrays, it looks to be that they're primarily Hispanic most of the time. Gotta admit. Let me know your thoughts.